Hello, I am Nick the Tool and have I got a deal for you. So I'm back today with some more products for you to have a look at. Snap-on has just launched a brand new range of air tools. So if you've got some tired tools in your box and it's time for a change, or you're just looking to get into some air tools, then there's a cracking range that's just been launched. So I just wanted to run you through a few of the products. So if we start off with the top of the food chain stuff, this is the large heavy duty 90-degree and also straight die grinder from Snap-on. Now these run at 25,000 RPM and they've obviously got a large chamber, so these are actually 1 horsepower motors and they are thermally regulated motors, so you get a good constant flow of speed, so they're very controllable and very easy to use. They've obviously got the safety catch, so you're not going to take your kneecaps off if it's lying on the road. And the other thing you need to be aware of is the burrs that I've fitted into here are Snap-on burrs. Now if you are going to use some burrs, make sure you choose Snap-on. They're not to be confused with a lot of the competitors' burrs out there. These are made of carbide, so they're extremely hard. They're also concentrically machined, which means they're symmetrical. So when you're using them, they don't tend to chatter and skip about. So you get a much more even cut with what you're trying to do. And the design of the tool is to gently move across the material, not push hard and drive them in to slow the machine down. If you run them slower, they'll burn out and you get too much heat into them. Also, they've got a second flute cut in them in the opposite direction, and this self-cleans while you're using them. So our burrs are very good, and they come individually or packs of 4 or 8 depending on what you need. So that's the 90 straight. That's the new 90-degree heavy duty. So there's a handle here which can be fitted left or right. So you've got loads of control now. If you're doing some more precise work, you might be porting ahead or something like that, then that's obviously going to be a real clever tool to add to your arsenal of air tools. If we look at the straight die grinder in the mini version, we now have this one here. This is 0.3 horsepower. It's got some grunt, but it's nice and small. So if you can get your hand in, there's a good chance you'll be able to get this tool into there. It also runs at 25,000 RPM, so is perfectly capable of running all the Snap-on burrs. This has a 10-position thermally controlled motor, so it's very controllable tool. So good tool on that one. We also have its 90-degree brother. So again, down the side of those engines and in those tight spaces, that's a very useful tool for you. We have the new long neck die grinder. So you may be trying to reach somewhere where you just can't get in with your hand. This will enable you to work in those tighter environments, so that's another tool which has come out. You'll notice all of the products that I'm mentioning are carrying the rubber grip handle from Snap-on. This is going to keep your hand warm. So normally if you're using air tools, particularly in the winter, they can get really cold and start to get a bit of fatigue in your hand. You're not going to have that problem with those. This is a new product, so this is a disc cutter. You can change the angle on here of the guard. Also comes with a handle which will run left or right, and this is for cutting. So normally we have the conventional 90-degree. This is running exactly horizontal, so you get a different angle that you can get into some of those jobs. So cracking little tool. And then last but by no means least, we have the traditional 90-degree cutting tool. Use the Snap-on discs on here. There is a difference. If you buy the cheap ones, you can pretty much fold them in your hand and they disintegrate, but the Snap-on discs are excellent. I'll put all the part numbers of these products onto the link so you can find exactly what you need. But if you would like to know more about this product or more about the price, just jump on a van and ask a Snap-on franchisee.